Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering new gacha game releases for October 2022. Now, we're going to go through the games that have official release dates, some games that, say like, Q4 or something like that, so we know they're coming, but we don't have exact release dates, and some other games that may not release in October, but have soft launches in things like Southeast Asia and stuff like that, that if you want to get into them and play them, you can right now. So, first off, we're going to jump back a little bit and we're going to look at Tower Fantasy because obviously we do have 2.0 Vera coming on October 20. So if you've been playing Tower Fantasy like me and you're sort of like, just chilling in it, you're going to have a bunch to do on October 20th. I know it's not a new game release, but it is a big expansion in these games. So there will be a lot to do if you want to jump back into Tower of Fantasy. Moving on from that, we have Nikke Goddess of Victory. Now on the Apple App Store, this one is stated to release on November 1st. I'm putting it here because I probably won't get the November video out on the 1st. I'm always a little bit late with these things. So Nikke is one I am extremely excited about. We're still waiting for the official word, but it's looking like that early November phase. But this one I am super excited for. The betas were amazing. I love this game. It's a very idle style game where you get idle loot. A lot of the core mechanics are like idle games, but if you don't like idle games, it doesn't feel entirely like an idle game because of the combat. The story is actually really funny in it. It's a massive thirst trap. I'm not gonna lie. The story, like, it's a shameless story. The way they just do their fan service, it's quite funny. But the other thing with this game is that it is top down. Now, top down, I know a lot of people hate, but you can force landscape in this game and it looks super clean. This game on emulators, provided the first beta emulators really sucked, but if emulators are optimized for this game, landscape is going to be the only way to play it. It looks fantastic in landscape. In the second closed beta, there wasn't many bugs when you force landscape, so it just looks so amazing in landscape. So if you're one of those people that just sees top down and hates it, I like the top down for when I'm playing on my phone and walking around. It's just easier to manage with one hand. But like I said, emulators forcing landscape is fantastic. So it's got you covered both ways. So if that was your big turnoff, I honestly think they should have advertised the game in landscapes because it looks so much cleaner. However, it's really hard to play on landscape on your phone because everything's just too small. So it's only going to be for emulators, really. But like I said, November 1, this one I'm going to make a bunch of content on. This is probably the game I'm most excited about. I'm a big idle game fan with, casual systems where you don't get punished a heap for not playing a lot. So yeah, this game I'm going to definitely play a lot and have a bunch of videos in the lead up to the release of this one. Moving on from that, we have Torchlight Infinite. Now this one, think Diablo Immortal, but you can see the art style here. It's one that I've seen a lot of people compare to the Diablo Immortal type stuff. In what they're looking at, and I've heard people say, like, this is what Diablo Immortal should have been. Me personally, I don't like these top-down action RPGs. I didn't play Diablo Immortal. I never liked the Diablo games myself. It's just a play style that it's those style. I don't know. It just never. It never got with me, but this one, from what I'm hearing, is supposed to be really, really solid. And maybe less pay to win than Diablo Immortal, but hey, who knows? They're all pay to win. It's a gacha game. But this one's open beta test is starting on October 12th. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, definitely jump into this one. Like I said, there's a bit of hype around this one. Me personally, I might play it once, but yeah, this isn't the kind of game I'll sink myself into. But hey, maybe I'll be surprised. Moving on from that one, we have this game here, which is Memento Mori AFK RPG, which is going to be releasing on the 18th of October. Now, this one is another idle game. There's a lot of idle games coming, but this one, I'm not too sure. So this one, I think its main selling point is its art and possibly its story, but definitely their art seems to be where they're going very big into. And as you can see, like, if you like this art style, you're going to like it. It's not my favorite art style personally, and the combat, it's one that I really want to jump into just to see because it's very interesting. Like this, I believe this is the combat screen. So you see turn 1, we've got like looks like battle speed over here and skip. I don't know, not too sure exactly what that is, but you can see like it looks like this enemy is attacking and it gives you like their animation on the screen and that's who they're hitting. So I'm not too sure what the combat's going to be like. It feels like you're just going to see 2D art, like just character pictures come up when they do their attacks and it's going to deal damage. Those games always feel a bit empty to me, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, if you like this type of art, definitely jump in and give it a whirl. Like I said, coming on October 18th. The next one we do have is going to be a Panilla Saga Epic Adventure. Now, this is once again another idle game. This one's more traditional idle game. Think AFK Arena clone type style. I'm not sure if this one's going to be turn-based in the combat style. It looks more active. It pretty much looks like a straight AFK Arena clone. You can see the character arts look pretty good. The in-game models, they're sort of that chibi type style. But this is one I'll jump into and test. I probably won't make a video about it on this channel, but I'll definitely jump in and test. I really like idle games. I play AFK Arena. I've played it for 3 years on my other channel. So I like jumping in and seeing what new games, if they're making any innovations in the genre. So that game is looking like coming on the 26th of October, and this is like the main reason I'm going to play it. I love characters that have pets. This wolf looks savage. You know, like that's the in-game art model down the bottom left there. But to me, I just think when you've got a character like this, you instantly get me to at least play for 2 hours to do some summons to see if I can get that character, because I just love characters with pets, essentially. So that is me personally. Moving on from that, now we're getting into games. The next two games we have early access or soft launches, or this one's got Southeast Asia, Europe, and China servers, and I'm assuming they're going to launch global servers when the global game, when the global launch comes out. But this is Eternal Evolution, yet again another idle game. This one I think is going to be a fantastic game, and I'm definitely going to play it. Whether I play it on this channel or another channel, I'm not too sure, but I think this one looks like it's very promising. You can actually play it right now on Southeast Asia, Europe, and like I said, servers. You've got to download it from APK Pure, and you've got to get this HK Hero Entertainment Co. Limited one. That's the one, not this one down here. This is the one you can download from APK Pure on Android or emulator, and you can play it now. This one, just the characters look amazing. It's got some good quality of life. I have installed it and played it for a little bit, but it's got some great quality of life. You know, you can turn off auto on specific characters. You can auto next stage. It's got a lot of good quality of life features compared to other idle games, and honestly, the character designs and the aesthetic of this game is wicked. I love the aesthetic. I love the characters. Like, look at this beetle mech thing. Like, it's just, honestly, if you jump into the game, maybe I'll make a whole video about the game. The characters are just bloody savage. Some of them just look wicked. So definitely a game I'm keen to jump into and play. Like I said, I do like the idle games. They don't take too much time to play, and they're a bit of fun to just summon for characters. So that's Eternal Evolution. We don't have an official global servers release date, but it's looking like, from what I can see on the Discord, the devs the moderators appear to be saying November. But like I said, you can actually play it right now on the SEA servers and stuff like that on APK Pure. I couldn't find it on TapTap or QApp or anything like that. Those only say pre-register. APK Pure was the only place I could find it. Next up is going to be Echocalypse. I think that's how we pronounce this one. Now, this game, to me, it feels like one of those games that, yeah, it's cool, but it's like, I don't think it's going to excel in anything. It feels like a sort of Epic 7 style of game, but you've got chibi models in the game. You get the flashy 2D arts and stuff. Like, the actual 2D models, the characters look sick. You know, it could have a lot of good features, but I don't know. It's not a game that you can play it right now, and it's not one that enticed me enough to jump in and, you know, play heavily at all. I haven't even installed it, to be honest. So that one is that. It is in a soft launch. You can get it here on QApp. I'm sure you can get it on TapTap, APK Pure as well, and stuff like that. But you can actually download it now if you want on Android and emulator. Massive shout out to Warden Gaming here. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I was just doing some research. I couldn't find anything online, so I just jumped into some YouTube and I was watching him, and he showed this notice. And as you can see, it says early access, and down the bottom here in the notes, you can say early access is limited to certain regions, and the game data will not be deleted afterwards. So if this is the kind of game that you think you'd like to play, definitely check it out. You can download it because it will be a no wipe early access, but when the actual release is, I'm not too sure. So keep that one in mind. That's Echocalypse. A bit of a mouthful, that one. Moving on from that one, we have these are games that we don't have set release dates, but they're coming this year, so I just wanted to put them on your radar. And the first one is going to be Sword Art Online VS. I can't remember what the VS stands for. Variant Showdown. So this one here, as you can see, this is on some of their Twitter posts. 2022 this year, Sword Art Online is born anew. So I believe that means 2022 we are getting this. There is a pre-registration for this, so it actually looks quite decent. The game, you can't tell too much from these images, but you know, it looks like an action RPG, but like it looks like a bit of a different, doesn't look like your stock standard action RPG. Look, I feel like it's going to have some differences in it, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll just wait till that one's out and then I'll play it and find out. But like I said, that one's looking like 2022. Next one is going to be Path to Nowhere. Now this one is, think Arknights is without, you know, for a very generalized tower defense. I'm not a big tower defense person myself, so I did get on this. They had a closed beta. You know, I played for about 10 minutes. I was like, nah, just tower defense isn't me. But if tower defense is you, I know I saw Chaotic playing it. I saw FG3000 playing it. So if you want to check out some more on this, definitely go check those boys out. You can see some more. But, you know, this one's just not my style. But, you know, it's pretty well presented if you do like tower defense. Moving on past that, which was, yeah, that's got the pre-registration there. Moving on past that, we have Aether Gazer. Now, this is another one that's releasing in Q4. I haven't seen an exact date for it. Now, Aether Gazer, think Punishing Grey Raven, think Honkai Impact. It's that style of game. I know they're all a bit different, but to me, this one, you know, if I play it, I'll probably play it for 2-3 weeks, and then I'll be done. I always find with these type of action RPG games that are like instance-based, I found it with PGR especially, they're really fun at the start, and then, I don't know, they just dry up for me personally. But, you know, Aether Gazer, it looks really solid. It's presented really well, but I think it just feels like much of a muchness, just the same thing over again. So it's one of those ones, you know, maybe play, have a bit of fun for me, and then move on. So even if I do cover this one, don't expect me to play it a long term. You've been warned. And then finally, we have this one, which is Knightcore Kingdom, which is a bit of like a strategy RPG one. I just thought this one looked interesting. This one looks to be coming out this year, but I couldn't find an exact date on it. And then I just wanted to throw this one in here as well, which is Harry Potter Magic Awakened. They've had the closed beta. This thing is a meme now. I think I was talking about this last year, but you know, if you're a Harry Potter fan, just keep waiting. I can't find a release date. So, yeah, that's Harry Potter. Anyway, guys, that is it for this one. Like I said, the biggest game for me coming is probably Nikke. And I know I said this is October games, but hey, November 1st, it's probably going to be the end of October somewhere in the world when it launches. So I feel like that's a good enough getaway for me. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.